Jared Polin, FronosPhoto.com, and this is your
Where are you?
photo news fix from Kenya. This fix is brought to you by Storyblocks, which has been an invaluable asset for us for well over 10 years at this point. Storyblocks gives us unlimited access to royalty-free photos, videos, music, sound effects, vector, motion backgrounds, and so much more for one subscription cost, which means you never pay per clip. On top of that, there's a Storyblocks plugin for Adobe Premiere Pro that allows you to search all of Storyblocks right from Premiere, and that is such a time saver. We pretty much use something from Storyblocks in every video that we make. In fact, since I'm here in Kenya on Safari, and you probably aren't, let's see all the Safari clips they have on their site. Pretty cool, right? That's quite a bit. To sign up for Storyblocks or to learn more, head on over to storyblocks.com/fro. First up, Insta360 has released what they are calling the Ace Pro 2 Videography Bundle Limited Edition. The Ace Pro 2 gets new firmware to unlock even more Leica profiles like Eternal and Leica black and white high contrast. On top of that, Insta360 rolled out a bunch of accessories like a housing for the Ace Pro 2 called the Explore Grip to make it feel more like a stills camera, a dye sub printer, and a bunch of accessory lenses. There's a wide angle, macro, and cinematic, aka anamorphic lenses. Now, Insta360 flew me to Germany to try out the new bundle and even had a competition to see who could get the best still photo. Now, here were my two entries, shot raw and majorly edited in Lightroom. Now, I didn't win, but I should have, as I think these portraits looked really solid. Nonetheless, this isn't sponsored, but the challenge video I will make trying to use the Ace Pro 2 Explore Grip and lenses around Philly to get awesome photos, that will be sponsored. Now, with that being said, using the Ace Pro 2 as a stills camera would not be my first choice, but I'm always up for a challenge, so let's see what happens. Next up, Canon once again had to apologize for delays on several products due to the volume of orders.
Apologize.
The list includes two R6 Mark II body and lens kits, but surprisingly doesn't include the body-only option, at least for now. As expected, the new 45 1.2 RF lens, which in my review I called the worst best lens ever, is on back order along with its overpriced $59 lens hood. And the last product on the list is the EL-1 version 2 Speedlight. Now, I'm not sure why Canon Japan has to apologize for a product being so popular, because Canon USA never says a word, and this is normally where I grab the phone that is over here right next to me, but it's just ringing back at the studio and no one's there to answer it. So guys, please leave a voicemail and I'll get it when I'm home. Anyway, here's how someone from Philly would apologize for a cheesesteak shortage if you showed up for a cheesesteak.
Hey, yous, what's your problem, numbnuts? If you wanted a cheesesteak, you should have gotten in the line sooner. Now you need to wait longer to get that John, bitch.
The moral of the story, as always, get your orders in sooner rather than later. Now, if you haven't seen my Canon R6 Mark III or 45 1.2 review, they are also linked down below. Remember this code, FRODAY20, because that's the code to get $20 off the Grand Slam bundle of all 4 of my Lightroom preset packs right now at FronosPhoto.com/FroPack4. This is the biggest discount we've ever given on the bundle. Again, that code is FRODAY20 at checkout at FronosPhoto.com/FroPack4. And guess what? You get $20 off instantly, before I turn off the sale. And finally, Sony Alpha Rumors is back to say that they can now confirm with 95% confidence that the Sony a7 IV will feature a brand new partially stacked 33 megapixel sensor. Now, you might recall Nikon's very competent and capable Z6 III that sported a 24 megapixel partially stacked sensor. And if this rumor is true, Sony might have just one-upped Nikon.
Makes a Nikon look like a disposable.
Now, if Sony does go with a new sensor for the a7 IV, that would be a departure from the norm for them, but it would be a pleasant surprise. On top of the rumored partially stacked sensor, Sony Alpha Rumors is claiming that it will also do 30 frames per second with the electronic shutter with 14-bit image quality. It will also do 10 frames per second with the mechanical shutter and do 4K 60 with no crop when it comes to video. Has 8 stops of IBIS, the new AI chip for focus like in the A1 II, a bunch of other stuff you see on the screen right now, and possibly be priced close to $3,000.
I'll take 2.
Now, if these specs are accurate, my prediction for the camera would have been very, well, far off base.
Wrong.
So if real, this will go toe-to-toe with Canon's R6 Mark III and make people's buying decisions even harder than they already are. Now, what do you think about these rumors? Let me know down below. And there you have it. That's your photo news fix this time around from Kenya. You know, that's an acacia tree back there. Thank you very much for watching. Jared Polin, PhonosPhoto.com. See ya.